Hey guys, Tom here. Hey, I wanted to talk real quick with you about CB radios and the use of them today. Now, short story long, back in the day, about 30 years ago, there were several guys at work getting CB radios, and they'd use them when they'd go camping or on road trips, and they talk to each other. And so I ended up getting one with a bunch of my friends, and I got a very base model CB radio. It was a very base model with a mag mount antenna. Okay, now CB radios are regulated by the federal government at 4 watts, and you know that's it. So that was good for if you had a clear line of sight, you could talk for 10 miles or something on it, or whatever it was. And I would use them on some road trips. I found it to be useful. And I found that, and you could talk to people locally back then, 30 years ago. But what I found is the people on CB radio, they weren't really talking about anything of substance. Nothing really important. They just wanted to talk. So it was nonsense. It's what they were going to have for dinner, or what show they were watching, or how does my radio sound, and a lot of that. So I ended up getting rid of the radio, the CB radio, because I wasn't taking a lot of road trips, and I only had that radio for a couple of years, and so I got rid of it, and then
new text message from.
Lo and behold, I don't know, 25, 30 years later, I'm pulling my trailer everywhere camping, and going on road trips, and going hundreds of miles, and there were several occasions where I decided, God, I'd really like to have a CB radio to see what's going on ahead of me. If you get into some kind of traffic jam or traffic stops, and while Google Maps will show you a red area on the freeway, or where it's slowing down or something, or maybe there's a cop up there, there's still a lot more you could hear over the radio. And I remember hearing it a few times back in the day, what lane to get into, or what's blocked, or is the whole road blocked, or what was going on. At least gave you an idea of what you were looking at for the whole stoppage there on the freeway. So what did I do? I ended up here present day, just a few weeks back. What did I do? I ended up buying a CB radio, a very base model, with a mag mount antenna. It's basically the same CB I had 30 years ago, because I'm not going to spend a whole bunch of money on this. And what I learned is it's a whole different world out there now. Now, China has offered linear amplifiers that takes your basic CB radio of 4 watts, and now you can have 1,000 watts. You can have 100 watts, 500 watts, which this isn't legal with the federal government at all, but the FCC doesn't have the manpower to enforce it, I don't think. And if it's in your rig, if you're a trucker, say, and you have one of these in your rig, you're rolling down the road, they'll never find you. And you can talk on it all day, and these guys do. What I have found now, it's basically become unregulated ham radio. Okay? So, in present day, when I go to hook up my 4-watt CB radio, I'm hearing guys in Illinois. They're so loud and clear, and I'm out on the west coast by the Pacific Ocean right now, and they are so loud and clear, I think they're sitting next to me. And that guy, he'll be talking, a guy in western Illinois was talking to a guy in Maui, Hawaii. Another guy in Nome, he was talking to a guy in Louisiana. And still yet another guy was in Rhode Island, and he was talking to somebody in Seattle. This is CB radio, and they're coming in clear. Okay, it's CB radio is one band above what they call 10-meter radio and ham radio. 10 meters is HF, and you can talk across the world to Europe and Australia. But ham radio operators have to take a test. They have to study. They have to know something about radios in order to do that. So that's what they do on 10 meters, and it goes up from there, 80 meters and 40 meters, and you can have serious wattage for your radios with ham radio. Well, CB's band assignment is at what they call 11 meters. So essentially, it's HF, and it's unregulated ham radio. And this is insane. It was a whole different world getting on here 30 years later and listening to him, because I made a, I don't know, 350 mile road trip here recently with my trailer, and I thought, you know, I want to know what's going on the freeway, and anything gets blocked, or where I should drive, or what's going on. So I did it. I bought my base model CB radio. And for the life of me, this was a wake-up call. This was a wake-up call you can't get on the thing to find out what's going on up ahead of you, because you're being overpowered by some guy in Illinois. He just dominates the radio. He's so clear, you know, and he's a half a nation away. And I'm not finding that it's been beneficial, and because I came over with like there's probably 3 occasions where traffic backed up. I tried to find out what was going on, and nothing. You couldn't get out because you're being stepped on by these 1,000-watt linear amplifiers, and these are all around the nation. When those guys aren't talking, you can hear guys in the distance in another part of the nation talking, and you could hear the same guys 350 miles away or 360 miles away as I do now. You hear the same names on there and saying the same things, and it was just insane to me. And so I don't know if any of you utilize a CB radio with your RV or your truck or your car, whatever you do, or for whatever occasion you might use it, but mine was for road information while pulling my trailer, and I have found it, I don't know, just about useless, I think. And so I don't know if any of you have experienced anything like that, or if you even have one. It's kind of the thing of the past. They had their heyday in the 70s, and people were into it then, but it's kind of we've got smartphones and all different kinds of capability with those, and so I don't know if people have moved away from them somewhat in mass or what, but yeah, I found it to be kind of useless. So I don't know if you want to give me your thoughts, and if you have any experience with that lately or what you think, let me know. But I just wanted to put that out there, that it was a different world coming on owning a CB now. So anyway, that's all I had, and that was all that was on my mind today. Hope you guys are having a good day, and we'll try to get another video out for you. Thanks for watching.